Right, well here we are back with this BSA A65, which has been the star of the show lately, and I've already put 55 miles on it in total in a few runs that I've done on it, and it's running well, but among a couple of observations, I've sorted out a clattery front end on it now. I was going to go and ride it and just show that it's not going to make any noise from the front end, having finally found out that the bolts that hold the front mudguard brackets to the fork legs, although they were tight, they were too long and they were bottoming out at the end of the threads and the holes in the fork legs before they were clamping the mudguard brackets tightly, so that was rattling around. So it was just a matter of getting those bolts out and putting extra washers on them so that they could clamp the brackets tightly to the fork legs to sort that one out. But the gearing is low, and I've been able to, thankfully I take loads of photographs as well as videos of the bikes I work on as I do the work, and I've been able to look through and see that we've got an 18 tooth gearbox sprocket on this one. Now I know that they go up to 21 teeth, and I suspect that the 18 tooth one might well be perhaps for one of the 500cc versions, the A50, or possibly an off-road variant or something, I don't know. But the gearing is pretty low. It was showing just shy of 4,000 RPM at an indicated 50 miles an hour, which I would think I would like to see perhaps around about an extra 10 mile an hour at those RPMs myself. And the owner spoke to me and he'd like the gearing sorted out and raised. Now the original plan was just to sort of confirm that I got 18 teeth on the front, count the teeth on the rear, make sure that that might have been standard, whatever, and order a new sprocket and probably a new chain because we got 2 more teeth. But there is scope for moving the rear wheel forward a good way by the look of the swing arm there, so I've come up with a plan B, and that is down here. Amongst my sort of stock of random bits and pieces, I've got this A65 bottom end of my own here, and even the clutch centre isn't bolted on, and the engine sprocket moves freely enough on the crank. And I've had a look in there. Probably should have got my torch on this, but basically what I've done, it's too dark, I know I'm going to get grief for this, but I've put a spot of paint on one of the teeth on the gearbox sprocket and gone round it and counted the teeth, and we got 20 teeth on that sprocket, and it appears to be in good condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that off this, and then we'll strip the primary drive side down again on this one, get the 18 toother off, put the 20 on, see if I can make the chain reach, and if I can, all well and good, and if I can't, then I'll order a chain. So that lot could save the owner a bit of money, because he certainly had to spend a fair bit on this one to get it where it is now. And but it'll be it'll give the engine not necessarily an easier life, because you gear things up too much and you make the engines labour anyway. But it's definitely on too low a gearing, this one is revving too high, and so in this case it will actually give the engine longer legs and an easier life, and more miles for every so many thousand revolutions of the engine, I suppose. And for running in, that can be no bad thing. But like I say, I'm not one for over gearing things, but I think this is way below standard. So I'm going to crack on now and get the bike lift raised, get that gearbox sprocket off that engine bottom end I got down there on the bench, and set about fitting that to this one. I'll see if the chain will reach, and we'll take it from there, whether I need to order any more bits and pieces or not. But we may well have everything we need to hand here, and that could save the owner some money.